my gosh, I just have to smell it again. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching, I'm Cheraye. Welcome. If you happen to be returning, you are truly appreciated. Thank you so much, and welcome back. Here on this channel, I do cover fashion, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle, all things fancy and fabulous, darling. So if that sounds like something that you'd be into, I'd love for you to go ahead and consider hitting the subscribe button. I would hate for you to ever miss any video over here or community post or anything. So go ahead and tap the notification bell. It will alert you every single time there's a video or new content or a post on this channel. Without further ado, we are going to jump right in, you guys. Straight off the back, a quick 2.5. My heart is racing so fast right now, so fast. And I'm like, what in the world? I have got my, well, half of my Tom Ford collection out here, and I am ranking them for you today. I love Tom Ford. I talk about Tom Ford's fragrances all the time. They just do it for me. I love, love, love the way he mixes and blends, and they're always sensual and sexy and provocative and controversy and tempting and mouthwatering and juicy. So I'm so excited, but my heart is just beating so fast because I had to put these in order from 10 to number 1. So I have 10, and of course, you already know, let's just keep it real. I have an honorable mention that I will be sharing with you today, and I have ranked them from 10 all the way to number 1. Number 1 being my absolute favorite, and number 10 just being because it's a favorite too, but if I had to rank them, this one's gonna take the number 10 spot. So that's why I'm like, oh my God, I can't stop smiling. My heart is beating fast. If you know Tom Ford, you guys, just let him know that I'm still waiting on his call, and you can go ahead and share this video with him, post it. Hopefully he'll see it. Let's think a little bit about Tom Ford. When you think of Tom Ford, and this would be a great time that if you love Tom Ford, if you have any Tom Ford fragrances, go ahead and link in the comment section right now. What is your favorite Tom Ford fragrance? Because I know he has a ton of fragrances and I have not tried them all. I do not own them all, which I have about 15 on my wish list. That's neither here nor there. Leave your favorite Tom Ford fragrance in the comment section below. So I wrote down a few words that came to mind to me when I thought about Tom Ford. As I stated, controversy, provocative, impressive, luxurious, luxury, style, or stylish, glamorous. These are just things that when I think of the brand Tom Ford or his fragrances, his clothing, his makeup, his fashion is just, this is what I get. So I have a few, I guess they would be designer fragrances, and then I have a few of his fragrances from his private blend. So we're gonna jump right in because I'm just nervous and I'm just stalling. So I'm gonna start with the honorable mention, which I do not have a full bottle of. I had a full bottle of it, I used it all, and I don't know why I didn't re-up on it during the Sephora sale. Coming in the honorable mention spot is Tom Ford Noir Extreme. This is a beautiful, sexy, elegant date night fragrance. Of course, is where I've compartmentalized it. I still have about 15 samples that I'm holding on to. And it's just good. It does it every single time, you guys. It's a warm spicy, it's vanilla, amber, saffron, all those notes that I love. Orange blossom, it's sandalwood, it's powdery, it's sexy. Man, woman, boy, child, human can pull up and rock this fragrance. So my honorable mention is Tom Ford Noir Extreme. I move on. Now coming in at the number 10th spot is going to be Tom Ford Oud Wood, and this is sexy. I had my guy wear this the other night, and it's super sexy. It's woody, it's patchouli. Oh my gosh, it's just sexy. And the reason this is coming in the number 10 spot is because it is the newest addition to my collection. And oh my God, it's good. Ladies, if you are looking for something for your boo, your bae, or yourself, this would definitely be a way to go. I did pick this up at the cosmetic company store. It retailed for $270. I could be making this up. Check the description box for accuracy. However, I did purchase it for $135. I received 50% off of this fragrance. So it has sandalwood, cardamom, vanilla. It's got the pepper in there, vetiver. It has tonka bean. It is a compliment getter, and for good reason. This right here is good, and it's coming in at the number 10 spot. That is Tom Ford Oud Wood. I move on. Coming in the number 9 spot is one that I have been hot, heavy, raving about like nobody's business. It's the one with the Palo Santos, all the notes that I love. Leather, labdanum, it has resin, ebony wood, and that is Tom Ford Ubin Smoke. And that is this one here. Absolutely love this fragrance. It is super, super sexy. This is long lasting, but you have to spray heavy. Well, I like to spray it heavy. You don't have to spray it heavy. She's a heavy sprayer. Hashtag everybody in the comment section if you're a heavy sprayer. Yes, I spray heavy. This is really good. Another one, this is what you're gonna hear me say throughout this entire video, so please don't be alarmed. It's sexy. If it's not sexy, I don't even want it in my collection. And let's just talk about this. We're talking about Tom Ford. He gets sexy how I like it to be done. Hot, heavy, risen, leather, a little provocative, a little bit like what in the world? Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting that. Take me somewhere, transport me somewhere. These are the vibes that his fragrances always provide for me. And this one is no different. If you have not tried Ubin Smoke by Tom Ford, I highly recommend it. I talked to a lot of you about it and you're like, you can't wait to get your hands on it. It is the truth. It is really good. It gives me about an 8-hour wear. No problem with longevity. No problem with leaving a nice scent trail, a sillage. I spray heavy and I spray everywhere. I move on. This is coming in the number 8th spot, and this is Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. That is this one here. Super, super vanilla. It is just a beautiful fragrance, kind of spicy. It's woody. It has ginger. It's an oriental fragrance, cacao. It's creamy. It's sexy. But I find it to be more sensual than I do like sexy. It's definitely good for a date night, man, woman, boy, child, human. Another reason why I love Tom's fragrances is because I find that they're all unisex in my opinion. I don't have any that I would say, every fragrance that I'm telling you about today, my guy can wear as well. We both share all of these fragrances, but he knows there's one of them. I tell him don't even touch that one. That's my baby. Anyways, this one here, you guys, like I said, tobacco leaf, ginger, cacao, tonka bean. It's creamy, it's sexy. It's a beast in projection. It's beast mode. I get 8 to 10 hours out of this. I do spray heavy. If you're looking for something kind of, you know, you really like vanilla, but you want something spicy and sensual and sexy at the same time, I would definitely say get your nose on Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. I move on. Now coming in the number 7th spot, I've got to do a little bit of a backstory. It was not my favorite in the beginning. It was probably because it was a story behind it. 2.5, you guys. I went to try and get a whiff of this fragrance right when it first came out, and I was given so much attitude by the sales associate at the Macy's, no, not Macy's, Bloomingdale's, I don't know, wherever it was. And so she was like, oh my God, you can't have a sample. It's a limited edition, blah, blah, blah. It was all this chaos that she brought up around the fragrance. Nonetheless, I left with a sample. Hello, I'm Cheraye, have we met? So I left with a sample and I played with it and I was just like, for all the hype that it's getting, I'm not really getting it. You know what I mean? And then I did my wear test and I'm like, it's not very long lasting. It doesn't stay on the body very long. Who would spend this much money on a fragrance? I'm like, Tom, what are you thinking? You should have called me. We should have had lunch. We should have had tea. Anyways, he never called. So fast forward, I kept hearing about it. I kept getting samples. I have a really nice Tom Ford sales associate, client advisor, whatever you choose to call them. And he always hooks me up with all the fragrances and tons of samples. So shout out, you know who you are. So anyways, he was like, here's some samples, play with it a little bit more. I ordered it from Royalty Scents as well. I got a decant. It was around Valentine's weekend or something like that. And I wore it, you guys. And I was like, okay, I feel like eating crow right now. Like, I need this in my life. I need this fragrance. However, it was not worth the price tag to me. I'm like, I'm not paying that for it. Fast forward to however much time, Chris Lovelux here on YouTube started talking about it, says she picked it up at the cosmetic company store. And if you know, it is Tom Ford Lost Cherry. I got the big bottle. I paid half price at the cosmetic company store. I'm sharing this with you in case you're feeling the same thing. This is beautiful, you guys. This is a beautiful fragrance. It is sexy. It is not the longest when it comes to longevity. However, it mixes well with just about everything. There's nothing that I've mixed with this fragrance that it didn't do well with. A combination that's out of this world is this and Cheraye Vanilla 28, as well as this and Dior's Fave Delicios, as well as this and Maison Francis Kirkjohn Oud Set. All of these can be blended and mixed, and it's mixed and blended to perfection. It is super sexy, and it helps the fragrance to last a little bit longer. I know some of you are gonna say, Cheraye, which one do I put down first? Which one do I put down second? I put this down first, then I'll put Cheraye 28, and then I'll top it off with this again, and I'll spray my clothes, and you already know she sprays heavy. In this fragrance, you guys, it has a beautiful cherry note, plum, bitter almond, sandalwood. It's just tonka bean. It smells liqueur. It smells sexy. It smells inviting. This is perfect for Netflixing and chilling. There's a lot of fragrances that I have seen that were dupes for this fragrance, but there's something about this Tom Ford Lost Cherry, the original, that they just don't compare to. That is coming in the number 7th spot. I move on. Another one, of course, another one is this one here. This one makes me happy. This one is sexy. It makes me happy. I would wear this to church. I would wear this on a job interview. I would wear this on a day date. I would wear this on the weekends. Whenever my heart desires. You know, I spray what I want, when I want, and I spray as much of it as I want. Life is short. You have to do you. That is Tom Ford Santal Blush. This is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, you guys. Cinnamon, jasmine, rose, sandalwood, cedar, musk, benzoin, oud. It is sexy at the same time. It's a very classy fragrance to me. I find it to be luxurious. I find it to be elegant. I find it to be just super, like I said, elegant, very classy. I would get dressed up when I wore something like this. Not that you have to be. You could totally rock it in jeans and a t-shirt, but for her, I would have to get dressed up. That's what this fragrance symbolizes for me. It's a dressier fragrance in my opinion, and this is what's coming in. And the number 6 spot, Tom Ford Santal Blush. I move on because I just spoke about this fragrance and I gave it a lot of love, so I'm not gonna try and spend a lot of time on it. For those of you that watch all the videos and share my content and watch my content, thank you so much. Much love to you. I could not do this without you, so thank you so much. And I know you're like, girl, we already seen that fragrance. You guys, what do I tell you? I can only give to you what a fragrance really and truly is given to me. Coming in and the number 5th spot is Tom Ford Ombre Leather. This right here is sexy. Everybody needs to get a whiff of this in my opinion. And you guys, I'm going to say this. I did go to Sephora. I did smell the new one that just came out or that was recently released. I still prefer the original. I really didn't, in all honesty, am I gonna say it? I really didn't care for the new one. I mean, enough to want a bottle, enough to say it's better than the original. It was done to perfection the first time. I wasn't a big fan of the newer version, so I would still highly recommend this one. It's a 10 out of a 10. I would highly recommend, and I would recommend next time to go for myself with a bigger bottle. You guys, this is sexy. This is leather. This is hot. This is date night. This is like a guy on a motorbike or a motorcycle, or maybe just a car that's all leather. Something like that. It gives me very dressy but sporty vibes at the same time, but definitely sexy. I can get all into this fragrance, so let me just calm my wheels. Okay, this one has in it cardamom jasmine. It also has patchouli amber. It is extremely long lasting. Very long lasting. Leather, white florals. It's woody. It's a warm spicy. If you know, you know, and if you don't, allow me 2.5 to put you on. This right here is sexy, and it is good. I feel every man, woman, boy, child, human could own a bottle of this and rock it. I always say start with the sample. If you're not liking leather or leathery note or patchouli or that kind of what in the world, polarizing, kind of unexpected, then you definitely want to start with the sample. But in my opinion, it's good. I move on. Coming in and the number 4th spot is one of my favorite. Okay, they're all my favorite, but this is really one of my favorites. Tom Ford Rose Prick. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at the smile. Okay, look at the smile. It's written all over my face. I try and tell you that all the time. How I feel will really show. I love this fragrance. There's not enough things about it I can say. I told you the story time and time again. I took it off. It transported me. I went home with it. That's how it happened. That's how I know that the love is real. That's how I know that it's for me. I have to have it in my collection. I took the cap off. I traveled someplace that fast and I told her, yeah, pack that up. I'm gonna take that home with me. It was just that simple. This one has the 3 different roses in it. It's a warm spicy. Common factor here, rose, patchouli, Szechuan pepper, Bulgarian rose, tonka bean. It's not an old rose, it's a very modern rose. Listen to the name, Tom Ford Rose Prick, okay? I told you controversy, I told you polarizing. That's what the fragrance gives me. And it does have patchouli in it, but it's not in there in an obnoxious way or dirty way or anything like that. It's blended to perfection and it's down in the base, so you really don't get a whole lot of patchouli, not in my opinion. I get a whole lot of pepper and a whole lot of sexy. That is Tom Ford Rose Prick. I move on. Oh my gosh, I just have to smell it again. It's so good. It's so good. Okay. Now, oh my gosh. My baby, if you guys please, okay, if you do this, be kind. If you look at one of my very first YouTube videos here, I spoke about this fragrance and I had just moved back to LA and my Valley girl accent was real. I was like, oh my God, you guys, this fragrance is so good. And I was like, why am I talking like that? It was a lot. Okay, it was a lot. She has I've been back in LA for a minute now, so I'm like, okay, let me switch this up a little bit. But anyways, that's how I spoke because I watched the video, and if you know, you know, this is one of my absolute all-time favorites, summer fragrance, I should say. If you are looking and wondering what I'm rocking the whole month of August, all of August, every other day, every single day, sometime in that day, it is going to be Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, darling. Yes, this is luxurious. This is a yacht. I always tell you the vibes that this fragrance gives me. I'm set selling somewhere. Oh my gosh, this is my summer fragrance. This is bae. This Girl, don't get choked up. This is Bae. All summer long, this is what I'm rocking. I have spoke to so many of you about this fragrance. And there's just not enough good things I can say about it. Think of a yacht life, but a luxurious yacht life. Living your best life. Very glamorous, very sensual, very sexy. Think of a nice, you know, yacht driving towards the sunset and the sun is glistening off the water and somebody is serving you and asking you more champagne, darling. And you're saying absolutely. And you took a couple of crumpets and a couple of teas and different things like that. And you had on your most sheerest, of course the color is white gondola outfit. It was just as thin as a gauze. And maybe you had your bikini or your one piece, whatever you're choosing to rock these days underneath. Your toes were well manicured and pedicured and you were sitting out. Oh my God, that's what it gives me, okay? Trade, do not get lost. I already did, too late. This is here, Tom Ford, Soleil Blanc, bergamot, pink pepper, tuberose, jasmine, coconut, really coconut. Some says it smells like Bronze Goddess. I don't believe that to be true. I finally got my nose on Bronze Goddess and to me it couldn't hold a candle to this one here. But I'm biased. I love Tom Ford, so it might be to you. Tonka bean, benzoin. A few words that I told you it made me feel when I put this on because I put it down. Island vacation, sexy, sultry, addictive, luminous, luxurious, sexy, and rich, darling. That is this one here, coming in the number 3rd spot. I move on. Coming in and the number 2 spot, or the 2nd spot, oh my gosh, is this one here. This is very sentimental to me. It holds a huge place. These next two both do in my heart. They are when I believe I found the brand Tom Ford. I'm not sure, you guys, I can't be sure, okay? I'm thinking here, I'm pondering. This is what I told myself. I don't know how true it is. But this is when I found the brand. I love Tom Ford. I stumbled upon some mall, some fragrance. I'm always stumbling upon fragrance, but I walked over to the Tom Ford counter. But I think I was looking for makeup. I don't know if I was looking for a fragrance. And they pulled this one out right here, and I lost it. This is Tom Ford Orchid Soleil. And it is absolutely beautiful. It had me at the bottle. I am a gold girl, golden white, golden black, rose gold. I just love gold, and this bottle was done to perfection. It is super creamy, super tuberose, rich, vanilla, chestnut, white floral. It's a white floral. It's long lasting. Oh my God, it gets on your body and it stays like nobody's business. It's sexy to me, but at the same time, it's very classy. I find it very sexy, but very classy. So it's a sexy, classy, elegant type of woman, or man, whoever wants to wear it, can wear this. Oh my gosh, and I just have so many memories. I told you, some of them you can't take the cap off. I absolutely love this fragrance. I stumbled upon this when I was living in Chicago. The weather was really, really cool there. So a lot of nights we would go out for date night, we'd go out to dinner, and you really had to have your scarf and your hat and your gloves and your cape, coat, and another coat and a down feather coat. Oh my God, okay, it was cold, okay? This LA 50 degrees, I'm like, oh my God, I'm freezing. I'm like, what were you doing when it was -10? What were you doing? So anyways, yeah, this is Tom Ford Orchid Soleil, and this is coming in the number 2nd spot, and I absolutely love it. Very long lasting, beast mode, huge sillage. All of these are, you guys, all of these are for me. I move on. Coming in the number 1 spot, if you know, you know. If you've been watching the channel for any amount of time, you probably know. So let's take 10 seconds, and I want you to write down in the comment section below what fragrance you think is coming in the number 1 spot. I just want to see how well or how long you've been watching the channel. I speak about this fragrance all the time. It reminds me a lot of my personality. It reminds me a lot of myself. It's strong, it's bold, it's confident, it's polarizing. Either you love it or you don't. It's just gonna get your attention, grab your attention, hold your attention. But if you love it, you love it. And if you know it, you know it. And it just makes you feel a certain kind of way. It holds a certain je ne sais quoi, and it can just get it. And that fragrance is Tom Ford Black Orchid. Oh my gosh, I love this fragrance. It is super, super, super good. It is my absolute favorite. And my guy reached for this the other day, you guys, because he was like, oh, what do you want me to wear? Oh, I'm gonna wear this. And I'm like, okay, spray lightly, tread lightly, tread lightly. We need to get a bigger bottle. This right here is so good, and he wore it. Okay, let's just say this. He wore it, let's say Tuesday. It wasn't a Tuesday, it was on a weekend. He wore it a Tuesday, right? The next morning, I was still able to smell it on him. All night, he was purring. The next morning, we got up, we went down for a coffee or what have you, and I was still able to smell it on him. This is a beast. If you like cacao, if you like truffle, patchouli, orchid, ylang ylang, plum, this is a fragrance for you. But I definitely would highly recommend getting a sample before you just blind bought it, because like I said, this is polarizing. This is not for everybody. Some love it, most hate it, but it's just not for everybody. I have not, you know, seen, oh my gosh, a lot of people say that this is blind buy worthy, but it is absolutely beautiful. They do have the one in the all gold bottle, and I spoke to you guys about that one a couple of videos back. That is another one that has more of a rum note in it. It's a little bit more boozy, but my favorite is still the original, but they smell very, very, very similar. So maybe if this wasn't your apple or your cup of tea, maybe try that one. Nonetheless, if you need that dressy, rich vibes going out after 5, after 9, after our event, cocktail party, whatever the case may be, this would be a fragrance. I put how it makes me feel luxurious, elegant, sophisticated, and definitely sexy. I feel that this can just get it all the way around. If you're looking for something, that little black dress, and you're just looking to amp it up, take it up for the night, this would be a way to go. I will say that this is a lot. This is going to come in the door before you do, and it's going to stay there after you leave. So I feel that a woman or a man should be very, very, very confident rocking this fragrance. As I mentioned, that is Tom Ford Black Orchid, and it is in the #1 spot. It is my absolute favorite, hands down, fragrance from Tom Ford. Oh my gosh, that was so hard, because I feel like I left out so many that are just still over there on the dresser looking at me like, what about me? What about me? What about me? Don't be a pick-me person. Okay, don't be a pick-me. Anyways, you guys, that is it for this video. I hope it has been fun and entertaining for you. Do not forget to leave down in the comment section below your favorite Tom Ford fragrance. I want to hear from you just in case there's some that I'm missing. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by my channel and check out my video. I truly appreciate you. If you enjoy the content here, please go ahead and consider hitting the subscribe button. Do not stop there. Don't forget to tap the notification bell. It will alert you every single time there is a video placed on this channel. And I will see you beautiful souls in the next one. Until next time, you know the drill. Be blessed, stay fit, and definitely stay fabulous, darlings. Thanks for watching. Bye.